spending thousands of dollars for a bag is not a crazy thing. It's kind of a treatment.
It is a crazy thing, I'm sorry. But, if you can do it and it makes you happy, go for it.
I give you all the tools and techniques to be the most confident version of yourself, to have any icebreakers, in the palm of your pocket so that you can walk up to the most powerful person in the room.
Basically wearing the same clothes, I change clothes, but same clothes.
Like Steve Jobs.
Yes, and I'm kind of really happy with it. So I have a plain canvas and then I can create everything around me.
Today we are coming to you from the 11th Annual Waxman Luncheon, a beautifully curated event in the heart of New York. We are at a powerful gathering supporting the groundbreaking work of Samuel Waxman Cancer Research Foundation. For nearly 50 years, this foundation has funded life-saving cancer research across the globe. And today we celebrate that mission in a truly New York style. We have there the live fashion show by Akris and a silent auction featuring the statement handbags from Fendi, Jill Sander, Jimmy Choo, sunglasses by Balenciaga, and a luxurious Maximilian cashmere cape trimmed in fox fur. Science with elegance, purpose with presence, that's what today is all about. This is the Rubis Show, join me. You've spent a lifetime turning science into a home. But what still moves you? Not like a researcher, but just as a man.
I may have a chapter in a book that I'd like to write. Maybe the time is right. An unfinished goodbye. When I was 16, my mother was quite sick. I didn't know why. They didn't tell kids what was going on. I was already pretty quick to get into college at 16. I was at Cornell University. Came home for spring break, and my mother's in the hospital. She looked ghastly. So the last image I have is my mother in this terrible shape, and no one told me she was dying. And why? Being naive and mainly denying how sick she was, I just couldn't accept that she was dying. So I left and went back to school, and a month later I got a call that she died. I never said goodbye to her. I wasn't there to comfort her. And to this day, it haunts me. So I do what I do because of the loss and the guilt and the love of losing someone that was the most dear in my life. So that's why I'm here.
So this is such a deep personal story. Can you give us a hope? Are we that close to finding cure for cancer?
It's like asking me, we are zeroing in on how to treat cancer better than ever before. Cancer is not one disease. It's a very individual disease. Everyone has a different story with their cancer. So we're better now to understand how individually treat a person with a particular form of cancer with a specific treatment with a more predictable outcome with less side effect.
Fern, so good to see you today. Thank you so much for supporting Samuel Waxman Cancer Research Foundation. And usually we're talking about cancer like in terms of treatment, but what about an emotional healing?
Well, everybody needs emotional healing. I mean, healing, just period, is an emotional experience. And fashion has a big play in that. I think when you feel good and you look good and you're happy about what you're wearing, it helps you emotionally. People dress up when they need to feel happier, and clothing plays a very important part in everybody's life.
I do believe that fashion is one of the tools of emotional healing. Do you believe so?
Well, I think it's high up there on the emotional scale. People are very passionate about their products, about their shoes, about, a handbag will change somebody's life sometimes. Sometimes it's a little crazy, but if it makes you feel good, go for it.
But don't think that spending thousands thousands of dollars for a bag is not a crazy thing. It's kind of a treatment.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. It is a crazy thing, I'm sorry. But, if you can do it and it makes you happy, go for it. If it's something you can't afford, that becomes a different emotional experience, so don't do it. It's everyone to his own issue and therapy, but shopping is therapy for people.
Let's talk about your fashion shows, your lines, fashion lines. And fashion isn't about the overglow, like luxury fashion is about overglow. What is luxury for you? I mean, talking about maybe women's silhouettes.
Fashion is really about, I think that in these days when there's so many challenges all around us, I believe that fashion is an opportunity, at least for me as a fashion designer, to simply bring beauty to the world. Look at you.
Thank you.
That's not even my clothes, but still look beautiful. And I think it's really about bringing this beauty. I think that when I think about fashion, I think about the starting point, that it's basically a protection. And if it somehow can make you feel at home and be and look beautiful, I think it's make a huge difference. And I think that, as I mentioned, the world needs beauty more than ever. Mm-hmm. So I think that the idea of really focusing on fashion and bring the most beautiful part and making you feel good about yourself, I think it's very important in these days.
I believe that fashion is a tool for everyone. That's the tool of manipulation. Do you believe that?
I think that, for me, is and don't judge me, because today I wear ink, which is very colorful for me, but I believe that fashion, if we used to get dressed based on our mood, I think in these days right now, we need to get dressed and get in a better mood. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of where it's, if you're calling it manipulation, sure, but I think that we need it. So when you're putting something on and it's sparkle or it's colorful, it makes you happy. And I do think it's kind of something that really can affect you. And I think that it's not just about affecting you, it's also affecting others. And it's basically the present that you bring out there, it's affecting everybody around you. And that's the power of fashion.
So we can say that fashion is an emotional healing.
Absolutely. I think that, yes, we all need healing. So I think that's one of the way of doing it. And again, for me as a fashion designer, I enjoy the most when I go to the stores, and I don't design clothes for models. I design clothes for every woman. When I see a woman that suddenly she's dressed and then hopefully with my clothes and she's looking in the mirror and she stands differently and she smiles, that's the magic to me. And that's kind of what I try to create as much as I can.
You were saying about the shopping. I'm just curious, as a designer, how do you do your shopping? Are you too picky?
Oh my God.
Is it too hard to please you?
I'm very particular. So when it's coming to my clothes, I like them to be very simple and comfortable. I think I understand what everybody wants. I am very particular. So I have a very specific way of shopping, and I also, because I do fashion and that's what I consume most of the day, I actually like to wear uniform. So I'm basically wearing the same clothes. I change clothes, but same clothes.
Like Steve Jobs.
Yes, and I'm kind of really happy with it. So I have a plain canvas, and then I can create everything around me.
Valerie, I know that you're working on your book right now. What is it about?
Yeah, so my book, You've Been Validated, a playbook for confidence and connection, is all about creating meaningful connections in all different circumstances. So I'm so excited. It's happening so fast. But what's really exciting, being here in this room, meeting you and around all these wonderful people for such an incredible cause, the Waxman Foundation, I actually reconnected with one of the celebrities that is featured in the book. And
can I ask the name of this celebrity?
Yeah, sure. So Harry Carson, who was the captain of the New York Giants for 10 years. I knew him when I was a little girl, and then we reconnected in our adult lives. You'll hear more about it in the book, but it's amazing. Him and his wife are wonderful, and they are also big supporters of the Waxman Foundation. So this space, this foundation really brought us back together.
Can we tell that it's about the connections, about the networking, how to build it, how to work with your connections, and how to find these connections?
It's really important, first and foremost, to always love ourselves and be good to ourselves. And after that, that, we can take the steps necessary to create a network around us that builds us up, doesn't push us down. And that's really what it's about, because so often we let, the outside world and all these environmental factors get to us, and there is so much outside noise. But to really start from peace within is what it's all about. And in the book, I give you all the tools and techniques to be the most confident version of yourself, to have any icebreakers, in the palm of your pocket so that you can walk up to the most powerful person in the room.
Can you share at least one tool right now, how to be a confident person?
Well, you literally just did it, because you came up to me by being yourself, strong and with conviction. I had so much going on, talking to so many people, but I couldn't turn away from you. Of course, I wanted to come and do the interview with you right away. So really just having conviction when you're communicating with others, I think is really a fantastic way to be received by others, because when you believe in yourself, the people around you believe in you.
Could you share the famous names from your book?
Well, you'll have to pre-order it to see, because there are a few that are on the back. Vernon Davis, who's a Super Bowl champion, Dr. Pimple Popper, and Isaac Boots, who we all know and love. He is the best, raised so much money during the pandemic. He is just like the most incredible fitness expert, celebrity fitness instructor, you name it. He's my guy. And all these people are really close friends of mine. And I tapped into their knowledge and expertise of how we can be our best selves.
Katya, how have you been doing? You look amazing. What's up with you?
Thank you. I'm doing great. I'm here to support the Cancer Research Foundation by Annual Waxman.
Let's talk about your outfit. I'm in love with this green. What is this?
Well, the outfit was inspired, honestly, just by beautiful weather in New York, and we finally got some sun and feels like spring.
So it feels like I'm still in my winter mode in my black colors.
No, black is always a good choice.
Today at this event, we have the live show by Akris. So beauty supports a good cause because we support Annual Waxman Cancer Research Foundation. Do you believe that fashion can heal?
1000%. I love fashion, and I'm considered a fashion icon. So fashion and philanthropy mixed together just absolutely beautifully. Akris is a wonderful designer. Dolce is a wonderful designer, and we're here to celebrate Waxman Cancer Research. I've been involved for many, many years as a supporter. I can't say enough positive about the Annual Waxman Cancer Research Foundation, because I think every single family in the world is affected by cancer and keeps changing, it keeps mutating, and research is vitally important.
I believe in emotional healing, not only in medical treatment, and I think that a social life is a big part of this emotional healing as well. I know that you have your tennis clubs in East Hamptons and Palm Beach. Do you believe that tennis can really be a part of this emotional healing?
Tennis is definitely a big component of emotional healing. People love to play together. It gives them a way to connect with others. They create teams, they have games, and it just is so uplifting. We've seen such a resurgence of the tennis game since COVID, because people want to be a part of a group. They want friendships and camaraderie. So it's really very important. We also see people come into our store and watch the matches on our flat screen TV, and it creates such a community. So the whole emotional well-being part of tennis is very important.
How many times per week do you play tennis?
Well, I am a very recreational player. I met my husband on the tennis court, and he taught me, and now that we're married, I don't listen to him anymore.
Today we witnessed how science, style, and the spirit of giving can come together in the one unforgettable afternoon. As always, we go beyond the surface. And today we walked in the name of healing. That was the Rubis Show. Bye.